Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's kind of a cool day here and the sun's out, so we're fixing to have to get out here and get some work done outside. I've got an upgrade that we're going to do to this drill press. I told you in the last video that I was going to upgrade this handle. So I thought I'd bring you along with me today. I'm going to do a little more work to this to make raising this here up and down just a little bit easier. Anybody that's new here, don't forget, leave us a comment of what country or what state you're in so we can put a pin on the map for you. So y'all come along with me. We'll see what we can do to this that maybe will help it and make it just a little bit easier to use. This is some pieces I had left over that I had glued together for our butcher blocks. That's oak, poplar, and walnut. Now I'm not going to use a lot of this. I'm hoping like from right here out we'll do what we're fixing to do. What I'm needing is a big hole saw. We'll try this thing out. I haven't used it a whole lot. This is a circle cutter. I bought it several years ago. I had some kind of little project I was doing and I needed it. You can adjust this rod in and out here and it cuts different size circles. We'll see what size we need to set this. This here's the piece we're going to be using. That's going to be just a little bit too big, looks like. So we need to adjust this in some to where it won't be making as big of a circle. Now this one doesn't have any measurements on it. It looks like they would put some measurement notches on there to where you could slide this and you'd know what size hole you was cutting. I tell you what, I'm not really liking that. That's not as big as what I wanted. So I think we're going to scratch that. We're going to turn it around here and make a little bit bigger circle. I think that's going to make more of the size circle that I'm wanting. I've never used one of these a whole lot, but it appears to me like this needs to be out a little bit further than this. So we're going to adjust this on out a little bit. That looks like that's out past that one just by a little. Let's go try it out. If your drill press has different Allens that you have to adjust on it from time to time, I've made a holder over here to hold the Allen wrenches that fits everything on this drill press. Right there's the little holder I made. It's just a piece of leather with some holes stuck through it to stick your Allen wrenches in. The chuck that came with this drill press, I do not like it. I think I've got another chuck here that fits it a little bit better. I always try to tighten down on all three spots when I'm tightening a drill chuck. It seems to hold better for some reason if you tighten on every spot. Now these right here, from my experience with them, they're pretty hard to hold, so it may slip anyway. There. We may be fixing to have a disaster. It jumped loose on me. I was kind of afraid of that. We gotta get it lined back up and clamp back down. Try this clamp over here in a different spot. This is a homemade sander that I built several years ago. It's just a round flat disc here. This was an old grinding motor, so it already had the bearings and stuff in it. I just hooked the pulley up on the other side and hooked it to this motor. I made a place in this end here to hook up a vacuum hose. It helps some, but it still throws dust out this way. We're going to try to get some of this black sanded off of this disc. I think I've got a better idea of how to sand that. I believe we can put a bolt through here and put it on the drill where the drill can spin it. I think that'd be a lot better. I can probably knock those spots on off with some sandpaper. It's still trying to get out around a little bit, but I think it'll be alright for what we're going to use it for. This is our handle that goes on the drill press that we made in the last video there. I think what we'll do is take this round disc that I've made and find the centers and glue and screw it to that one to where it'd be like that right there. This here is a homemade dowel that I've made in some other videos. And I've showed on here before how I've done this. Take a socket and cut it out to where you can run this through there. This one needs some sanding, it's pretty rough. I think it was green whenever I ran it through the little dowel maker. So I think we can sand this up some now. Once we get this glued and screwed on here, I think we'll put a dowel in it like this right here. That'll give us a handle to use to crank it up and down with. That's my idea anyway. We'll see where it goes from there. I've already got the center, a little pre-drilled hole here in the center. And then of course this has got a hole in the center of it. So that should line them up. That's got the glue squeezed out good, so that ought to hold it tight enough for that glue to set. Once this gets set, we'll drill us a hole in it. Right now, I need to work on sanding me a piece of this, probably around what, 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches long to get a hold of to turn it with. I got one of these drills here to show you in another video sometime what happened to it. That ought to work. Now I just need a piece of sandpaper. We'll try this 150 grit. That's a lot different. I hope y'all can see how much smoother that is than this out here. Now we just need to cut us off this piece. I think when I cut it off, I'll sand it just a little bit more. Now we need to drill us a hole. That one there, I believe, is the one that's going to be. If them are right, it is anyway, because that fits just in there just right. We'll try it in this scrap piece of plywood. I don't know. I may need to go next size up. That's awful tight. Move up one size here and see if that makes it a little better. Because once you put that glue on it, it gets a little bit tighter then. These are the Harbor Freight drill bits. Warrior brand, titanium nitride. I've had decent luck with them for the price of them. You can find those a lot of times on the deal. Now, I don't know if you can find them for the price I bought these for. I think I give like $9 for these, but that's been a couple years ago. I usually write the dates on things before I can know when I bought them, but I don't see nothing wrote on this one. But they do pretty good for wood. Now, I don't know how well they'd hold up on the metal. I haven't really drilled a whole lot of metal. Just some little thin sheet metal or something in here. I may have drilled a little bit, but for wood, for the price, they done all right. That one there, we may have to go back to that very first one. I'm afraid that's going to be too tight when we put glue in it. Let's try that biggest one and see. I guess these little holes here are just not real accurate. I don't know what size this is. I need to try to remember that. That's a 13/32 is what it says. I believe that's going to be it by the time we put glue on it. Now, I think we'll drill that with the drill press because I want to get it straight up and down where this ain't leaning side to side. It may not make any difference, but the man that trained me whenever I just first started doing carpenter work, he taught me to always tighten all 3 spots. He said it wouldn't slip as easy. I believe right about there is where we want it at. Let's go try our dowel pin in there. Cross your fingers. Let's see, I don't need to put it in that way. Oh yeah, that's going to work perfect. Now, we just need to get some glue on that and let it all dry, and we'll be ready to try it out. I'm gonna try to pull it back out just a little. I don't want it sticking out the back if I can help it. Right there is about even. All right, we'll let that dry. We'll cut it to the length we want it. And I think we'll have us a handle ready to go. We've got it mounted on here. I think after looking at it, I'm going to cut the handle about this long right here. I think we'll cut it about that long. That's about 2.5 inches. It's hard to cut with one hand. See how that works. Well, I think that handle's going to help us quite a bit there. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it. I could probably straighten that out by adjusting that set screw some. I think what I've done is got it a little bit too tight and it's got it kind of cocked over a little bit, but it's working all right. We're out here looking at the clover right now. The deer had got through my fence. I had to fix it back up. It's not going to be much longer. It'll be time to start working here in the garden. I'm ready for that. Well, that's going to be about all we're doing here today. But I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.